Hello, the game has started and it is me to go first. Just say hello to my opponent. Now, this is an interesting rack. Do I have a bingo? I'm not seeing one. I might go with foci. Maybe there's an IC ending word. No, not seeing it. I'm going with foci for 18. Okay, I have oleander, and that's 71. Foci doesn't take any hooks, I don't think. The only better score than the triple word here would be a 4-timer. If opponent does create a 4-timer opportunity. Wow, okay. I've got learners, but learners. Enteral. Is that enterals? I'm not sure of that. Alterns. That's good. So that's a 4-timer there. Now I've got a clunky rack with the B's F and C. Looking at plays through the F, not looking good there. I have beef and phoebe. Not a great pickup. Not a great rack leave, I should say. Yeah, it's always going to be slightly undesirable, the leave, based on this starting point. I guess fibbed onto a D or fibber would sort the rack out nicely. No D or R for that. Phoebe here for 25. Beef. Opponent taking some time with this move. Perhaps he's close to a bingo. Looking at 5-letter plays, but not seeing any. What about a play from the W down? No, not seeing anything there. What about ebb 16? Feels weak. Beef, I think beef for 23. Feeble. Okay, opponents played Diota. That doesn't really seem to have helped me much. Do I go with beef 23? Just don't like the rack leaf. I mean, surely there's got to be something better. Bibe. What about Bibe? 19, creating an X hotspot. I think I'll go with beef, yeah. Okay, I draw the X. I have Coxib. It's a 37-point play. Ooh, fancy shooting by opponent. Podagric. Wow. That is a nice word. Podagric. Now, Capex is good, but not Capex. So, what would axe look like? 54 gives opponent an easy scoring spot to the left. I don't like that. If he has an O, I mean I have an O, and there are 4 to come. So, is that a risky move, or is it a good setup? Opponent can still play through PA, I guess, but I'm going with the points. Ice boat. Funny how sometimes words just jump out at you the moment you see them on the rack. Ice boat doesn't currently play, unfortunately. I do have Obia, which would be a lovely play if opponent was to leave this area alone. That's highly unlikely, because he'll want to block it even if he can't maximize his own score there. Now, Wiria, no front hooks. Is there an anagram of ice boat? What about a bio word? Or a co-word? Cobia is good. Iceboat, foci definitely doesn't take. Yeah, opponents blocked it. And he still scored well there, but I think the trade-off was still worth doing for 54 points. Okay. Now I've got Cobb. Again, that gives back score to opponent. What about Bobak? I think that's a K. Bobak. Pity FEI isn't good, otherwise Iceboat would have played there. What about the R? Bacterio. No. Aboretic or something like that. Okay, I'm not seeing anything I can do up here. No, I'll go with Cobb because it does, well, it's vowel heavy. Wow, look how many consonants there are, 36 to 21. It might be worth hanging on to more vowels. But can I play coab? No. That's 26. Doesn't feel best. What about Bayo? That's 20. It's a better rack leave. And I can play tech next move. Yeah, I'm going with Bayo. Not a great pickup. 3 T's and the Y. So that was a bit unfortunate. Opponents played Koji for 37. I've got Yaiti, or City, Titty, sorts the T's out. Yeah, I think I'll play Titty and keep the C for next turn. 24. I draw the Z, which is always a welcome sight. Love to see the Z on my rack, especially with vowels. Netizen, not quite. Looking around the board for Z hotspots, so just ZE here is a 46-point play, not giving much back. So, and a very nice rack leave, so I might actually do this if I can't see a bingo. Now there is the IZE ending, centralized through RAL. That's not going to happen. opportunity for a good score here, I'd say. Ask has quite a few front hooks. Opponents played Vow. I think I will do ZE for 46, only because it takes out a hotspot and it doesn't give much back to opponent. And I haven't created a bingo lane because the Vow move blocked that lane anyway. So Z for 46. Okay, 3 E's. I still have the tech play. But is there a bingo? Entice plus a E. Endite? No. Indite. Vang. Okay, opponent's got rid of his V. Now I think there are extensions to Opa, but not at the moment for me. I think I'll go with tech. A little bit vowel heavy, but only 14 vowels remain, so I think this makes sense. Okay, AN bite through a B. That's not going to happen. Y hotspots, are there any? Yen and Agen. Yen Orc takes an A, so this does create a bingo lane though. Oh, this is interesting. Opponent has played Wud, and I've got a T and an A. What to do? So I have tie-in. Tie doesn't quite reach the what about a TY, a 5-letter play ending in TY? I've got to watch my time. I could just play Yin. I feel like I'm missing a 5-letter play though, or 6. I feel this is suboptimal, but I'm going with it. Yin for 29. Wow, that's not a bad rack. I have Shariat, and I might go ahead and play that because I'm low on time. Shariat and Hastier. Hastier plays here. Does create 2 floaters, but Shariat takes an S, and opponent could get a monster score in the trip lane. So Shariat 81. Q play, no, I'm not going to give an easy 60 points. I'll go with Hastier. I draw the Q and opponent might be bingoing now. Where can I play QI? I have cheese and iotas, but it gives back easy points. I'm low on time. Okay, opponent does bingo. I have to get rid of this Q. And I think I'll do it here. I don't mind if opponent plays an I underneath the Q, because I have enough of a lead, but I'd need to get rid of that Q. Now, do I have a bingo? Gelman? Galman? Not that I know of. Agene is good, and beta, so men. Mena. Oh, this is nice. I've got EN here, or AN, for 33. I've gone over time, but that's fine. Agene would have been a nice play, but anyway, that's not to be. Oh, I didn't even look if opponent had a bingo to go out. That might have been enough for him to win. So maybe I should have actually played along here. That was... Although, it would have to be an 80... Okay, opponent's played there. I've got about a minute left. Mel and Mutt. Maybe just gem. Yeah, gem, and then play the L's somewhere else afterwards, if there's a spot for them. Opal, Lopal, no. Actually, there isn't a place to play the two L's, but that's fine. Lin and Lask. Opal. Opponent goes out with Prol. So that was the end of the game. Thank my opponent. Let's see what we missed. So Foci seems best from the first rack. Then Wiria for 22 was opponents. And E-Dental at 10C. Ah, wow. Underlaps. That could have taken a time to go through all the various options. 74 was a 4-timer, but the underlap was 77. So I thought I'd just go for the 4-timer. Apode and Diota. Wow, that's a good score. Apode here for opponent. He goes with Diota. Then I took a while here, but Bibe, I did consider Bibe. Not in that position though. Anyway, not much in it. 1 point equity. Podagric, nice bingo by opponent. Then Axe for 54 was best here. On for 31, Ono for 37. Opponent could have played an extra O off there for an extra 6 points. Boracite. I looked at that R and I thought, this makes something. It just looked too familiar as an 8-letter set of tiles. Boracite, which is a type of glass, I believe. I think it's what they make those double-walled glasses out of. The ones, yeah, for coffee and tea. Anyway, Boracite was missed. I played Bayo. Was that? It was quite far down the list. Kabob. I was thinking of... Bobak was good. That was my other consideration. 34. I didn't actually play that. I played Bayo because of the rack leave. It was a better rack leave. Now Koji comes down for 37, which gives me Titty for 24. City, yeah, not terrible as far as rack leaves go. Slightly higher score, but yeah, I thought I'd get rid of the T's. Yeah, maybe City would have been just a touch better. Opponent's got the 2 V's. He goes, he had Vav at G3. Vav and Vag and ABBA. He went with Vow. Now Zeddy was best from this rack for 46, and then Vang for 23 comes down. A little vowel heavy here. So Tech for 31 was the highest score, but analyzer suggesting C in the same spot, J4, with a better rack leave. 8 fewer points, but yeah, anyway, I thought I'd just forge ahead with score at that stage. Wad for 17 looks fine. Now, what did I miss here? Yeen and Yate. Okay, I thought there was some type of play which might have incorporated more of an overlap with a 5-letter word, but Yenta. But that again was just A5. It was a 5-letter word, but not overlapping any more than Yeen. And then the 2 dreaded U's. So opponent, what did he go with? Just played off a U. Now Hastier for 78 in 2 spots. Hastier for 74. Chariot for 67. So 10G. Chariot. Where was it? 10G was Hastier, was mine. But Chariot 10H. Ors and... yeah, so Sat isn't good. I thought Sat was... okay. So Hastier came down, and then Sadzia is a bingo as well, I think. Residues came down for 72. That looks fine. Diuresis is also good. And now cheese for 31 was best by quite a margin. And opponent goes with hen for 36, cancelling out my score, but gave me the comeback 30 something points. Now Eng. Of course. That was the play. Definitely. I didn't even consider EN plays. I was just looking at AN. Yeah, anyway, Eng, definitely a miss there. I went with Anne for 33. Now opponent did not have a bingo here. Pro-Am and Prowler. He goes with Dump. And I've got Gem for 18. But look at this. Matt at G13. Oh, of course. Making Je. Matt. That's quite nice for 25. But look at the rack leave. GLL. On this board. Nah. Anyway, not much in it, I guess. And then opponent goes out with Prol. So that was the end of the game. Boracite was the one I feel most disappointed to have missed, because I've played it a number of times. But Podagric, probably the standout play of the game. Hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.